Welcome to Monmouth in Focus, the show that the freeholders hold to give information on what we offer here in Monmouth County and the different services we have. And as you know, numerous times we speak to different mayors and different groups, but today's very special. I'm here to speak with my fellow freeholder, Deputy Director Sue Kiley, on a really, really important initiatives that she has. Good morning, Sue. How are you?
I'm great. How are you, Tom?
Great. So, first of all, I want to commend you on your hard work. I know you've been here. What has it been? 2 years? I lose count of all those times.
I'm finishing my second year, going into my third.
And we feel like we've been working together for 10 years, which is good, which is very good. And it's been, a lot of great things going on, things that we didn't anticipate, obviously, here with COVID-19. But one of the things that you started before COVID-19 that tied in and gave us the ability was Monmouth Acts. And can you give us a little information on what Monmouth Acts is, really?
Sure. Monmouth Acts was a result of a human assessment that we did in the county in 2018 to figure out really where the needs were in our county and how we were addressing them. And from that assessment came Monmouth Acts, which is a partnership between the public and the private entities in the county, between the government and the community partners that deliver services, so that we can create one network where everyone can be connected to one another and people can access services very easily and very quickly.
Terrific. So what led to the creation of a really important thing, that initiative that came about, our financial recovery? Now, in hindsight, nobody would have known how important this was going to be needed right now, coming on the back end of the COVID-19.
I got to tell you, you're right. Nobody anticipated, obviously, COVID-19, but having the Monmouth Acts program already in place gave us a jump start to quickly react and help people that really needed help for the first time in their lives with things they never had to deal with in the past. So we immediately started looking at how we could help people with their financial recovery. The statistics were staggering. We have about 105 new applications for unemployment in Monmouth County alone. And a lot of those people had never accessed the system before. They had no idea where they were going to go for resources, and they really, really needed help.
So I know that it has a lot of services that are tied into it. So what are some of the services in the financial support level that are there?
Sure. So we're going to try and help people on all levels. So there will be access to financial coaching, to food and nutrition, to housing, to childcare. Many of these people are trying to find work or go back to work, and they don't know what they're going to do in relation to childcare for their children. And then we also have faith-based organizations that are involved in helping people come to terms with what they're dealing with today.
So I noticed, and from hearing from you and even being on some of the calls with you, a huge volunteer base that you have assisting you, which is really helpful. And I know that there's an initiative that ties with it, the clearinghouse. What is that? Could you maybe give a little bit of an explanation on what that is?
Sure. So what we did was we created a task force to do this financial initiative. And one of the things we did was start reaching out to the organizations to create a clearinghouse of organizations that are willing and able to be able to assist the residents that we send their way. We have a dedicated person that is working on that clearinghouse and reaching out to all of those organizations to make sure that they have the services that they profess to have. Sometimes the services are not available. So we're checking to make sure they're available first before we send residents to them. And they've become part of a network that's willing to help anyone that reaches out to them.
That's great. And, obviously there's a little change in who's eligible for certain types of benefits post COVID-19, because obviously people's financial situations dramatically changed from closing and just for many different reasons. And so who's eligible for these financial recovery initiatives?
I guess the answer varies in many different ways.
I'm sure
But
it does.
one of the things we did with the financial recovery was we created not only a clearinghouse that you can access online, but we created a warm line. So people can call a number and get a live customer service person that will help them understand what they're entitled to, where their resources are and how to access them. So if you're not real savvy on the internet, you can call this number and have a live person walk you through it.
So, and I can speak to you very honestly about this because we were together from the first press conference on, and a lot of it was unknown, and a lot of it we were shooting from the hip. There, and anybody who could say that they had some experience in this really is I question because. But I want to thank you because we hit things head on, and we dealt with our towns. We dealt with our chambers. You took this initiative on here, and how do you feel the way the whole COVID-19 process went, and even with I can never forget Terry O'Connor and the total staff there too, because we all worked together as such a team from the CARES Act money for everything that we worked with. How do you feel that all went, and where do you see the future of the county going because we put so many things in place?
Tom, I think what's unique about Monmouth County is that we're always proactive. We're always looking for what's coming next and what the next step is that we can take to help our residents. And because of that mindset and because of the commitment of the people that work for the county, I think I'm very proud of the way we handled the COVID-19. And again, we didn't know what was coming at us. And we handled it really well and reacted very quickly. We had that mental health line up and running within the first week to help people talk through it. The people jumped into jobs they hadn't used before so that they could help out. I couldn't be more proud of the way our organization responded.
I agree. And, I think we received that CARES Act money and we looked at it very carefully and we saw where can this money be best used. And from the towns to the businesses, to your initiative, to our schools, to all the different components that make Monmouth County what it is today, I think nobody could question our initiatives and our passion to where it should be. And I think we both sat together and said the one thing it's going to stay here in Monmouth County. And I think we were both on the same line as that.
Absolutely. And it turned out to be a very wise move.
It did. And so I want to thank you, and I want to thank you because you know what? The success of Monmouth County is because of the five of us each having our own passion and initiatives, working together, but coming together to support it as one. And this one here with Monmouth Acts, your leadership on there has taken this to another level. Again, like I say over and over again, and I probably aggravate a lot of people in 20 other counties when I say this, nobody does it like Monmouth. And it's because of our leadership, and you're a big part of that. So I want to thank you for everything that you've done.
Thank you very much. Thank you. The other freeholders.
And thank you. So have a great day, and I guess I'll see you in the office.
Yes, you will.
Thank you.